Facebook Live, we have arrived. One more time. Let's get it in, y'all.
Conference muted. Conference recording started.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Derrick Yisrael, also known as Pastor Derrick, on the Early What I Seek the Scripture Study and Prayer Line on this 11th day in August 2021. Code Reader B, I see you up in here. We got Big Sister Fee up in the building, and Yakuwan, and Melissa, and Yosef. Yep, Battle, Johanna, my big brother Gene, Al Mal in the building. We got James and Visa in the house this morning. Who is that? That look like what it do? Q up in here. Yeah, I was right. That's him. As y'all chime in, feel free to push the share button. Yeah, feel free to push the share button as we get it in, y'all. We was dealing with the Ark of the Covenant yesterday when we got kicked out. So we finished up on the conference line, but dealing with how the tabernacle, is a shadow of the Mashiach. And how, the Ark of the Covenant, the golden bowl of manna, and the Ten Commandments, and Jennifer, good to see you on. But the Ten Commandments, and then the rod, the staff of Aaron. That's what's inside of the Ark of the Covenant. And so, Lightweight doing somewhat of a recap. Pakita, good to see you on. But Lightweight, a recap from yesterday. It inside of the Ark of the Covenant. It's a covenant that the Most High made with his children, Yisrael. And if you look at how, the Mashiach said he didn't come, to destroy the law and the prophets, he came to fulfill. And that's kind of masterful, right? He fulfilled everything that was written of him, right? And how do you fulfill, the Ten Commandments? If you have this revelation, here we go. Nicole, good to see you on, but here we go. Going back to Jeremiah, who, right? Him entering into a renewed or a new covenant with Yasharel. Trenda, good to see you on. But him entering into, for me, it's more true from my studies that it's actually a new. But in a sense, again, you can do the renewed because the same ruah that was on stone is the fulfillment of the ruah on stone. How do you fulfill the ruah on stone? You remove the stone, which, we're transformed, we're changed, we're born again. Which, when we're born again, the destruction of that stony heart is gone. That's what the Mashiach did. Then he was able to say, when he was teaching the Pharisees, the greatest two commandments. And upon these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Because that was the fulfillment of the 10 commandments, the 10 words, the 10 instructions from the Most High. Are y'all with me? To love, to know that the biggest commandment in the book is the Shema, right? Hear, O Israel, know that Yahuwah is one. That was a part of the command. Yeah? Know that he's one. Leslie, good to see you on. Son, did I say good morning to you? Good to see you on, son. But to know that he's one and that you would love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Beverly, good morning. Boca Tov. Are you with me? To love the Most High with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, you would not break the first 4. Straight up. To fulfill that, listen, to fulfill the 10 commandments, him fulfilling the 10 commandments, he kept them, which equals fulfilling what was on stone in his heart. Yeah. Being led by the Ruach is the fulfillment of the commandments on stone, because the stone is gone. I'm trying to tell you. So, he didn't come to destroy the law and the prophets. He came to fulfill. And when he hung on the tree, he said, it is finished. He did it. He lived a perfect life, never sinned. Came in the volume of the book, did exactly what Yah told him to do. He even showed his humanity. He showed the struggle. He wept. He thirsted. He stressed in the garden to the point that he was sweating like drops of blood. Yeah. But yet he still said, not my will, the will of a man, my humanity, but thy will be done. We're getting closer to that in the times we're living in. Those of us that's hold on to the word, Latricia, good to see you on. Yanessa, Yahoo, good to see you on. We're facing a level of pressure to where is this place has been hijacked by Luciferian. People don't want to admit that. People that does not feel with the Ruach, the pressure is causing cooperation. And it's causing a cooperation with what's going on right now. This governmental pressure to do things that people don't want to do. Put things in them that they really don't want to put in them. And the pressure is causing people to cave in. And then from a psychological standpoint, they're caving in to the point that they're convincing themselves they agree. And then because of the pressure they agree, they then turn on those that don't agree. And all that is a psychological response to pressure. But those that are filled with the Ruach, right? Greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. That outside pressure that comes from the world won't cave us in. It causes, it can cause some stress. Mashiach was stressing. He just never sinned. He couldn't die. I'm just telling you the truth, y'all. Mother Katie, good to see you on. I'm not going to start teaching on the fear. The fear that's a sin is the type of fear that causes you to turn on Yah. Straight up. The type of worrying that's a sin is the type of worrying that will cause you to turn on Yah. Just so you know. But tabernacle, Ark of the Covenant, 10 Commandments, he fulfilled it. Hung on a tree and said it is finished. That's what happened. Right? Manna. He fulfilled it. He told them in Yachanan 6, I'm the bread that came down from heaven. Your fathers did eat manna in the wilderness, they dead. But if you eat of this, you shall live forever. We got to somehow let his word be. We're going through a transformation process. We're going through our own wilderness process right now. And we never thought we would see it. We were sitting in churches on cushion pews, listening to 4-part harmony choirs and bands, having a form of godliness, denying the power thereof, cussing, getting drunk and high, screwing, doing everything that ungodly people do while we was in church. Yeah, with a Catholicized doctrine like it's all good, and it's not all good. He's calling everyone to repent. Those that belong to him, he's calling them out of the darkness into the marvelous light, and he's sanctifying them, aka setting them aside. We're right now currently we're on some if I shut up heaven that there be no rain, or if I send the locusts devour the land, if I send pestilence among my people, if my people which are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I'll hear from heaven, I forget their sins and I hear their land. That's what we on right now. Because of the pressure, we're finding out what life is really about. All that Catholicized, we didn't know how hijacked this place was, because we was a byproduct of that. Even from a religious standpoint, we was a byproduct of this world, of the celebration of their wicked, unholy days, their theology that you can't live it. You're only human, you can't live it. Jesus did it all. In some form or another, we were under that illusion. We were under the influence of the power of the prince of the air, but now he's waking us up. And he's doing it through a wilderness experience, through pressure. Through pressure. We finding out that, when you're under the pressure that you can live in sin and live happily thereafter, that's what people do because of that wicked, fallen Adam nature. Well, now you finding out that that's not true, and now he's commanding us all to repent, to bow down to his word, and everyone belonging to him going to do that, and they're not going to succumb. They're not going to be overcome by the pressure. You might have to lose your job, lose your freedoms. You might even lose your life, and the scriptures said that. So now we're dealing with the manna that they ate, which was a shadow and a type. Did they eat it? Yeah. We don't, from a theological standpoint, we don't kill what happened because of what's revealed because of what happened. They both lived. Did they literally eat manna in the wilderness? Yes. But was that symbolic for the true bread that would come from heaven? Yes. Both. Isaiah's wife, was she the fair maiden that brought forth the virgin, that brought forth a child? Yeah. But when you don't have revelation in the Mashiach, you try to kill the prophecy. We can't kill the true bread that came down from heaven because they really did eat manna in the wilderness. Nor can we kill the virgin birth of Miriam that bore the word of Yah in the person of Yahusha. The son is the person, his name, Yahusha, Yah is salvation. We can't kill that because Isaiah's wife, it was speaking directly to Isaiah's wife who was a fair maiden that brought forth a son. I said that because you got some people that know more word than others, so they understood what I just said. The debates that's associated with the virgin birth. I just dealt with it right there. Okay, but back to the point. They did eat manna, but that was symbolic for the real manna, what we got now, which is the word of Yah. We've been reunited. Now let's deal with this. Number 17. Look what this say. Number 17 and 1. I want y'all to see this. Look what this say. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, speak to the Israelites and get 12 staffs from them, one from the leader of each of the ancestral tribes, right? Write the name of each man on his staff. On the staff of Levi, write Aaron's name. For there must be one staff for the head of each ancestral tribe. Place them in the tent of meetings in front of the Ark of the Covenant, right? Where I'll meet with you. And the staff belonging to the man I choose will sprout, and I will rid myself of this constant grumbling against you by the Israelites. Listen, Victoria, good to see you all. Good morning. Boca Tov. Listen, they were dealing with, again, Corey, the trying to overthrow, and you got people like that, right? I got so much to explain, but you got, because of these platforms, Facebooks and the I ain't gonna go through all the platforms, but you got these platforms which turn into pulpits because of the pride of people. Same stuff we dealing with right here, whether you know it or not, right? You had a rebellion that came because there was a group of people saying that we're Yah's people too. And Yah speaks to us as well. And they took authority upon themselves. Yah didn't give them that authority. They took authority upon themselves, and they were telling the truth. They were Yah's people. But they got besides themselves, and you got folks with the state of mind is me and Yah against the world. It don't work like that. And people be believing it do, but it don't. Scripturally. Rhonda, good to see you on. When you deal with Hebrews 13, just from a revelation standpoint, I'm not going to make a big deal right now, but it says, obey them that have to rule over you, for they watch for your souls. Yeah. For they must give an account. You can't give account for yourself. And it's better they do with joy and not with grief, which is unprofitable for you. Go read it. Yeah. Hebrews 13, I believe 13 and 17, but whatever. It's in the 13th chapter, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. And so, I'm not trying to read that. I'm not trying to go there, so I'm trying to stay away from that. But let me add this. No man can teach you. And that's in Jeremiah 31 through 34. And it's also in Corinthians 3, when it lets you know that one planted, another water, but it's Yah to get an increase. So he that planted isn't anything, nor he the water, but Yah to get an increase. And that's talking in a comparison analysis. Is the planter something? Yeah, they are the Yah, and they got a job to do. Is the water something? Yeah, because they're the water, and they got that job from Yah, right? But curses the man that trusted man. We don't run around here trusting man like that. Carolyn, good to see you all. Our only trust is in Yah, and if he appoints someone over you, then you supposed to submit. Follow them as they follow Yah. If they're not following Yah, you shouldn't be following them. But you not ordained to open up a pulpit and start leading people like that. The Most High got to anoint you for that. Yeah, and it's by the laying hands of the presbytery. I'm not trying to teach that right now. Back to this. What they were dealing with is these folks got besides themselves and telling Moshe and Aaron, check this out. We got Yah too. We ain't listening to you. That hype. So Moshe said, if you die a normal death, then Yah didn't send me. But if the earth open up and swallow you in and you go down into the grave alive, then you know. Then the earth opened up and swallowed them jokers and their families and all that belonged to them. And closed on them. So now the people still tripping. Yisrael was some hard-headed people, I'm telling you. Just like now. Negroes running around there, off the chain, boy. Let me tell you, hard to deal with a bunch of Negroes. Anyway, and proselytes. Don't get it twisted. Spirit is weird, but so the Most High said, "I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna end this mess. I'm not gonna keep letting them come against you like that, Moshe." So check this out. Now this is where we are. Then Yahuwah said to Moses, "Speak to Israel and get 12 staffs from them. Get your staffs, because staffs represent, something. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, right? A staff, the lamed, right? I'm not finna go Hebrew on you. Let's just deal with this, right? But speak to Yasharel and get the 12 staffs from one of the leaders, each of them that represents the tribe, right? Say, get all 12 tribes, get the staffs from them, bring it in the house of meetings, right? Right? 5th verse. I'm trying to skip, y'all. The 5th verse says, the staff belonging to the man I choose will sprout and will rid myself of the constant grumbling against you, Moshe, right? By the Israelites. So in other words, he's saying he's choosing the authority. He's choosing authority. He's choosing the priesthood, right? And he's going to do it by the staff, right? He's saying the staff that bud. He's saying the staff that bud, right? Whoever it belonged to, their name is on it, and that's who the authority is for, right? He killed the rebels, and now he's bringing order. Are you with me? 6th verse. So Moshe spoke to the Israelites, and their leaders gave him 12 staffs, one for the leader of each of the ancestral tribes. And Aaron's staff was among them. Moshe placed the staff before Yahuwah in the tent of the covenant law. The next day, Moshe entered the tent and saw that Aaron's staff, which represented the tribe of Levi, had not only sprouted, but had budded, blossomed, and produced almonds. Then Moshe brought out all the staffs from the presence of Yahuwah to all of Israel. And they looked at them, and each of the leaders took his own staff. Listen to this. Aaron's staff is inside of the covenant in the Ark of Covenant. So you got manna, you got the commandments on stone, and you got Aaron's Aaron's staff. The 3 things: manna, the 10 commandments, and Aaron's staff inside of the covenant. And all 3 articles in there needed to be fulfilled. The Ark of the Covenant, including the mercy seat, needed to be fulfilled. And those were shadows of the Mashiach, all of them. We understand now, hopefully, that the manna, the true bread that came down, was the Mashiach. We should be able to understand that the stone is gone, that the 10 words was on. The stone is gone, and now it's written in the tables of our heart. The fulfillment of Jeremiah 31 through 34. And the Mashiach is the one that did it. So now we got to look at the staff of Aaron that's inside of the ark. Yeah, we got to look at that. The fact that it was a dead tree. It was dead. It cannot blossom. How in the world is it going to blossom? Except the branch abide in the vine, it will wither and die. You cut the wood off the tree, that joker is dead. It's going to wither and die. Monica Floyd, good to see you all. Are y'all, ain't nowhere in the world it's going to live. It ain't in the water. It's dead, y'all. The joker is dead. It's a dead stick. But yet, spiritually it was reattached to the true vine, to the life of Yah. It represents something dead that brought forth life. And that joker, not only did it bud, but it blossomed and it grew almonds from something dead. Can you see a parallel between Aaron's rod and the Mashiach? Can you see the parallel between the manna in a golden bowl, but the true bread was the Mashiach? Can you see through the Ruah? When he rose from the dead, he breathed the Ruah, the living word, into the disciples. And he told them, whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. That was a lot of power, but it came from the Ruah. You gotta look at the staff, right? When you look at the staff of Moshe, right? When the Most High asked him, "What's that in your hand?" He said, "A staff." He used the staff. He said, "Throw it down." And there was power in the staff, but the word classified it as the staff of Yah. It was the staff of Yah. It borrowed the power of Yah, the Lamed, the power, the leadership, the authority. What he used to take care of the sheep. Yeah. But it represented the spirit, the Ruah of Yah. Aaron used it. He had a staff. It was the staff that swallowed the staffs of Pharaoh's musicians. He swallowed. There is no power more powerful than Yah. Period. And those are all shadows and types. Please learn and know the shadows and types. Please study and learn the feast days, the festivals, the new, all that. But don't you ever forget, the first prophecy is not null and void. And that's what Galatians 4 was telling you. Even the promise that he made to Abraham is not nullified because of the law that came 430 years after. That does not nullify. Folks get caught up in that which came 430 years after. It was established. It was established by promise. The Most High gave a promise that the seed of the woman would bruise the head of the serpent. Nothing happened post that nullifies that. It coincides with that. It shows the shadow of that is going to come to pass. Every move that he made is proving that the Mashiach was going to be born. A man got us in this mess, and it took a man to get us out. Everything that happened moving forward is that slowly coming to pass. But when the fullness of time was come, Yah sent forth his son, made of a woman, made under the law, to fulfill that. I'm trying to teach you something. Because it's time out for us to get Yisrael messed around and found that they've been bamboozled and lied to in these last and evil days. The archaeology and the DNA and history is spitting up truth on who we really are. That's great. But salvation is being reunited with the word. Because even the Most High did not choose Abraham because of his melanin and his nappy hair. He chose him because of his faith. And to prove the significance of that, he let foreign nations join Yisrael based on their faith, based on their willingness to follow the word, follow Yah, follow his instruction. I'm trying to tell you something. But then we get revelation that the instructions were shadows of for like it was the red carpet. It was pointing us, aiming us towards the word that was disrespected in the beginning by Adam. That same word came down 75 generations to be born. Yeah, to be born of aversion. So now it's not the seed of the man. It's not the seed of Joseph. It was the seed of the Ruah. It was the word made flesh that fulfilled the golden cup of manna, that fulfilled the 10 words on stone, and fulfilled Aaron's rod. That dead wood, come on, that dead tree limb became live, and it brought forth life. Life came forth out of death, and he showed us that through the caterpillar. Joker had his own funeral, and it came out flying. He was ugly before he went in. Showed you that except a seed fall to the ground and die in the abide of the law, you take a seed and bury it. It's a funeral. But then the tree come forth. I'm trying to tell you something. Yeah. What was inside of the Ark of the Covenant was speaking Yahusha all day. And then the cold part of it, if you get the revelation of his name, which means Yah is salvation, not another Elohim. We don't believe in 2. We don't believe in 3. The biggest commandment in the whole book is that he's one. Hear, O Yisrael. The Yahweh is one Ahad. Period. Yeah. Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah, Eloheinu, Yahuwah, Ahad. Yeah. Hear, believe, and obey, because he ain't number one. And you got to love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Yeah? And then you got to love your neighbor as yourself, the fulfillment, the completion of the commandments is to love Yah with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. You ain't going to have no Elohim before him. You ain't going to use his name in vain. And you're going to rest in him. Your true rest is in him. Your true rest is in, that's what Hebrews 4 was trying to tell you. Like Yah rests from his works, he that belong to him, going to rest from his works as he did from his. And what was our works? Carnality, religion, having a form of Yahweh, denying the power thereof. Sin, our evil nature. Yeah, we got to get rid of that. We got to die. Just like the staff did. We got to die. Yeah. And that we could be born again, that we can resurrect. If we're part of his death, we can be a part of his resurrection. If we die out to who we used to be, yeah. If we've been baptized into his death, we should be also in the likeness of his resurrection. Knowing this, that the old man is crucified with him. That the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin. For he that is dead is freed from sin. We dead, y'all. Just like that staff was, like Aaron's staff was dead. And then that joker brought forth life. It budded. Yeah. It brought forth leaves and food. Brought forth fruit. Almonds. A type of a Mashiach. And we follow in suit. Is that all right? That was the lesson for this morning, y'all. The staff. Yeah. Let's pray. Spirit of the Most High, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you. As humbly as we know how, gleaning in the truth of your word, thy word is truth. Continue to illuminate us, quicken us, make us alive. Give us of your Ruah. Continue to give us truth that we may continue to grow thereby. And we'll be careful to give you the praise and honor, not only now, but forever. In the matchless name, Yahushua, we humbly pray. Hallelujah. Yahuwah. And Aman. Monica Floyd, good to see you on. That was the lesson for this morning. We pray that it was a blessing. You were Baruch, and that you continue to learn. If that was accomplished and you feel that this lesson can help other people, push the share button. Feel free to push the share button. I always like to thank those that support the ministry because you help me do, what I do in his name, and I'll continue. Is that all right? Those of you that would like to become a supporter of this ministry because this ministry is supporting you spiritually, it's my job to tell you how. If you got the cash app, just put in $donate to Derrick. $donate the number 2 DERRICK. or you can go to PayPal, paypal.me/Derrick Yisrael, DerrickYisrael, or you can go inside of Facebook, inside the Messenger, and there's a giving button inside of there. If y'all want to talk about the lesson, I'd love to. All you got to do is dial 302-202-1102, extension 815648. And I plan to be back on tonight, though. I do plan to be back on tonight. We plan to be praying at noon. I'm going to tell you something. That incense, represents prayer. Incense, which is in the tabernacle, mind you. But incense represents prayer. And I thank the Most High for, a good prayer ministry. We got one we do every day at noon, Monday through Friday at noon. And then there's a double back on Tuesdays and on Thursdays. Prayer. And oh boy, do we need to pray. If my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face and turn from their wicked way. It's time for us to pray, because it's getting real ugly out here. And I'm going to tell you something, and I'm finna go, y'all, but you cannot defile the temple. He said if you defile the temple, he's going to destroy you. You can't let others defile your temple. You can't let them pressure you. Why is all this pressure? What is this pressure for? You should know. Folks know they want to, these fake, I don't want to go there, do I? Yeah, I do. These fake religious folks, especially these pastors, yeah, they're giving in the pressure and then subject to their flock to that. That is not cool. And they're going to pay for it too. But pressure is called pressure. Folks get to tripping when they get pressure. Folks say a lot of stuff, but when that pressure hit, the word already told you the pressure was coming. Now we live in it. You just got to know the greatest heat is in us, the heat is in the world. Folks get hungry enough, they switching up. I'm telling you. Oh, the pressure ain't even here completely. They just starting. It's finna get interesting. And you going to need Yah. Fake religious folks going to still say, what God told me. Yeah, you going to hear all that. What God told me to. Yeah, whatever. Say what you want to say. You better obey. You better pray and obey. We need prayer. How about that? Y'all better start praying. Because, yeah. Yeah. Threaten your job. Threaten your ability to travel. Threaten you. Want to put hands on, want to isolate, want to put you in a concentration camp because you ain't going. All that come into play. Do not get it twisted. Yeah, you're going to need Yah. Quit playing with yourself. Yeah, you're going to need a group of fake religious folk that sold out Yah, and they're going to comfort you. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they're going to hit you with it. They're going to hit you with it. And the pressure. Oh, how do you know? God told me. Yeah. You're going to get a whole bunch of that. You better stand. Don't let nobody never poison. What is that? What they putting in you? You better find out. They ain't putting nothing in me. Y'all put what he had wanted in me. And that was the Ruach HaKodesh. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Y'all be Baruch and Barak and Shalom. I'm gone.